Welcome to this special episode of Unscripted with Marilyn Morales. Today's episode is brought to you by the Gathering Haven. This is where we've been showcasing members of our community. The Gathering Haven is an organization that helps the health seeker connect with the professionals who are doing the work. When you're looking for a physician, guess what? You don't get to interview them before you work with them. With the Gathering Haven, you're able to form relationships with people that are actually doing the work and see if that person resounds with you. So for more information about that, you can email me at info@thegatheringhaven.com. Well, my next guest is on our council. She is in the realm of community building. So I wanted to take a moment, talk to her so she can share with us why is it that she does that so well. My next guest, her name is Nicky Cuesta. We've been connected for about 2-3 years now. She is one of the people that are closest to me at this time. We work together, we play together, we share life together. Let me tell you more about her. She is a passionate individual who has defied expectations and made a profound impact as a mother, wife, and professional. After over 2 decades in corporate America, she shattered the glass ceiling and embraced her true purpose of becoming her own boss in 2020. Taking a leap of faith, Nicky became a notary, which sparked the creation of her first coaching program within 48 hours in 2022. Nicky immediately started building a leadership mindset brand May of 2022 to then officially launch BALM Global May of 2023. This girl's been busy. BALM Global is a transformative organization dedicated to building women leaders worldwide. She is an award-winning speaker, author, and coach. She has captivated audiences with her inspiring words and received accolades for her contributions. Nicky's podcast, Building a Leadership Mindset, amplifies the voices of community leaders who are revolutionizing the marketplace. This next piece is very near and dear to me. Nicky's role as community leader for Ladies of Leadership showcases her commitment to empowering women through life's challenges, fostering purpose-driven lives in a supportive community. Her upcoming initiative, Empower to Inspire, is set to embark on a nationwide tour across all 50 states, bringing her empowering message to women communities throughout the country. Let us welcome Nicky Cuesta. Hello.
Hey, how are you? Wow. It's been a while since I heard my bio.
Right? Girl, you've been busy.
I have not stopped since we met.
That's right. Like I said, that's why you're near and dear. I've seen the entire transformation. I got on for the ride, right? I said, okay, I'm going to get on for the ride and I'm going to hold on tight as we go through this journey together. And I'm going to start with Ladies of Leadership because that's my favorite, right? Why? Because I had been searching for community. I had never felt comfortable in any group, right? And I wanted that. I was craving that sisterhood. My best friends who were that group for me, right? Everybody lives in a different state. So we're like a phone call away, but still to be in community and to be able to hang out with other women and be yourself is something that I had been craving for most of my life, right? And when you told me that that's what you were going to do, I was like, sign me up. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, let's actually go back to how community started. Being in corporate America for 14 years as a trainer, I was always in community. I was always uplifting, just empowering people that would just come to work just like so out of it, like, I can't do this. This is too much. Just all these little things these little mindsets that they had about life and work and all this stuff. So it kind of started there. But after leaving corporate America, in March of 2022, when I met Emilio Roman, my prayer for that year was, God, please send me a community that I can serve and can serve me back. And when I said that, and then meeting Emilio, coming into the AMA, coming into the CLA, God delivered. When you ask, he delivered. He literally poured community. Now I had to think about, what am I going to do with all these new connections? What can I do more, right? How can I serve? So in having those one-on-one chats with people, I was seeing like what they were doing, what I was doing, what I inspired to create BALM Global to be. So Ladies of Leadership wasn't in the cards initially, but having that sense of purpose now I can get on a call with someone on Zoom where, after the pandemic, that's kind of where we all flocked to, right? There was no face-to-face connection. There was none of that. And just knowing that it would soon end, I knew I had to start building then. So yeah, that's kind of where it started, and going through, seeing these communities and serving 3 to 5 communities at a time, going to calls every day. I started thinking, well, I can do this too. I want a community of women. I want to empower women. I had been talking about it for literally 20 plus years. It didn't look exactly what it is today, but just the fact of me wanting to bring people together to know that there is purpose in life, to share what I have invested in myself, whether it was the knowledge, whether it was just the empathy, just the communication, the listening, to lend that out and be able to build something beautiful. That's how it all started.
Amazing. And we all go back to that one day because all of us didn't know each other. So many people brought into one room, the master connector, Emilio Roman, right?
Yes.
Who brought all these people who were about to embark on these journeys and able to interconnect with one another to help truly support. And one of the things that I always say is different about you, Nikki, is that you are the kind of person that accepts everybody where they're at, right? You don't want them to be anything but authentically who they are. And you give Nicky Cuesta a hug, and it is an authentic, I love you hug, regardless of what you can bring to the table or what you don't bring to the table, right? It doesn't matter. She embraces you. And that for me was key, that this was a person that I felt I could trust you. And that was hard for me, which is why I had trouble with community before, because I had been burned before, right? And a lot of these communities you go to, and it's just not authentic. It's like there's always an agenda. There's always I'm going to help you do this. And then you always feel like you have to go behind them. That's not the case here, right? Nikki says she's going to help you. She's texting you and saying, okay, when are we getting on a call? Okay, when are we going to get this done? Right? She keeps you on task, right? And she genuinely cares about you. It's not just start off with business. How are you? How are you feeling today? What can I do to serve you? Always. And we've known each other for how many years? And just today, she was like, how are you? The first thing I got was, how are you and how are you feeling? Okay? You don't find that. And this is why when the Gathering Haven was looking for that community builder, the first name that popped up for both Julia and I was the master community builder is Nicky Cuesta. Right? So you shared also, this is every time I hear somebody who knows you from your past, and Sandra Martinez, who is your best friend and now one of my closest friends too, shares how you have always been this way since childhood. Talk to me a little bit about Nicky Cuesta, the young Nicky Cuesta.
Wow, the young Nicky Cuesta was just being in such a large family. It was hard to shine, right? And not that I was looking to shine, but I wanted to be heard. I had a voice that I wanted to share, just different ideas, and being able. And another thing is, it was easy for me because I had to make new friends each and every time because we moved a lot. So we had a lot of different schools. So every time that I had to move, I had to now reintroduce who I am and just embrace the fact that I'm me. How are you? Like, it just going back to that and really finding who I am, what my voice is. Did I make all the greatest decisions growing up? Absolutely not. But I just knew I just wanted to love. I loved love. And I think love is beautiful. God is love, right? And I just wanted to have a conversation about anything, just about life. So it was easy for me to attach to anyone that came my way to say, hey, how are you? How are you doing? What do you see your life looking like? Always planning for the future, but staying in the moment. So yeah, that was me, just always, as a dancer as well, a trained dancer since 5 years old, which that's what I love to do. That's my language, my love language. So that was another opportunity to connect with other, students and things like that, to get to know who I am. And I was always in a team building setting. It went from dancing, it went from to basketball, to cheerleading, to student government, even through my adult life, even going back to school when I went to Job Corps, being the president of student government there. And just always bridging the gap. It was just so important to me. I just didn't like, it just didn't sit well with me when people would just complain about life. Life is meant to be lived. It's beautiful. How do we do that? And how does that look? So that was just me always. And you know what? It also comes from Mama BALM, because Mama BALM, the spirit all in herself, and she loves hard, but she'll tell you like it is. And I definitely get that from her. I cannot take 100% credit for that.
She's the one that signed you up for dance, right? If you're a trained dancer since you're 5 years old, who saw that vision was Mama BALM, right?
Yes,
100%. And mwah, kisses from Mama, right? So this is very telling, right? Because yes, you have spent your entire life in community, building community. Right. So in the Gathering Haven, we talk about the 7 levels of being, right? And if you're not well in one area of your life, it then will trickle into the other areas of your life. And that's what brings the disease part of it, the disease part of it. So you need to heal. You need to be able to identify that in this level of being, whether mental, physical, spiritual, community, financial, if there's something wrong there, let's fix that. Let's build that back up so that then we can be whole again. And one of the things that was identified was community, because like I said, I had always been craving that. It was one of the things that I needed in order to move forward. And because of that community, I have been able to go forward in lightning speed in order to fulfill my mission, because I needed it, right? I didn't have it. So what are you looking to bring to the Gathering Haven as a community builder?
I am definitely looking to bring practical insight on why is it important. Now, again, you just said that when you started getting into community, 2 years in, we're going to celebrate specifically for Ladies of Leadership, but we've known each other a little over 2 years. Yeah. When I got into community, everything that I had wanted or desired for 20 years did not happen because I didn't have the right people alongside me. I couldn't have done anything that I do today if it wasn't for communities, for stepping into the unknown, for getting into a space where nobody knew my name. It started with Toastmasters, really, where a lot of that that doubt as an adult, right? When we're younger, we don't care about anything. We'll tell you like
that's right.
When we get
fearless
older, yes, when we get older, we tend to kind of shut in certain situations. We shut down. We hold things back. We don't say what we truly feel. So no one really knows what's in your mind. But when going into Toastmasters and being able to go through the curriculum and kind of break those fears of being on stage, fears of speaking in front of someone, like even a corporate trainer, you still have fears. Because when I went to that event where we first met, with the master connector, Emilio Roman, I just knew I wanted to speak. I wanted to share my message, right? And
funny. I will tell you funny, because the last thing I wanted to do at that event was me. He had been trying to get me to join that competition that included so many people, right?
Yeah.
And I kept saying no. And I was like, nobody says no to Emilio Roman. I was like, I just did. I said no. Go ahead, Nikki. I'm sorry.
Yes. So in that So if no, you're good. So if I didn't step out of that to really get on that stage, then no one would know who Nicky Cuesta is. BALM Global would not be where it's at today if I didn't step out of my comfort zone and didn't care about how I felt internally, but the mission and the message that I wanted to get out there. So it was a non-negotiable for me to really step into that. And that's what I want to bring into the Gathering Haven and show them that how this can support you in the strategies when you're truly authentic to the results that you're looking for. You don't go into community to gain specific things without putting in some of the blood, sweat, and tears because you have to come in authentic. And just what I've been able to witness because I stepped into this community building and launching Ladies of Leadership, I've learned along the way, right? How to be empathetic, how to be understanding to certain situations, how to protect each and every one of our ladies and their mission, right? Because though it's business, it's also personal development, it's also prayer, it's also all those things that I don't see in other communities. And I want to bring that importance to the Gathering Haven, that it has to have all of it.
Right. And it's teaching people the tools, because you can't just be in community, you have to be community. Where's your participation in community, right? So I'm not going to get the love and support that I've gotten from everybody there if I don't turn around and give you love and support. It's a right? It's a two-way street, right? And that's one of the things that you teach. You teach us to do that. You have a chat that blows up every single day, right? Where people have only not to receive, but give. You give opportunities to do both. And that's healthy. That's how you build community. And that's how you become healthy in that area. And then everything else will transform as well. So I know I speak for me and Julia. Thank you so much for saying yes to bringing this very important piece. You know, we couldn't have it without you because you are the master at community building. And what do you see in the future? Right? You're gonna teach all this stuff. And you actually exemplify it. So we see it just by your example. But where do you see Ladies of Leadership and all the other initiatives that you have in the next 2 years?
Yeah, so I don't know in 2 years, but definitely for a lifetime for sure. I definitely want to see Ladies of Leadership Global all over the world, where they are building their own communities. Because the whole point of me building the community, not only to serve those that join us on this mission, but it's also how to show them how to build their own communities, because we all have different people in our lives, right? Different organizations. We travel, we go to work. Every single place that you are placed in has a particular community. Now, the importance is to start having those conversations and what things can you build from that community. And it doesn't have to be business. There's friendships, there's sisterhood, there's all of that. So in the next 2 years, what I want to see is us growing to at least 100 members or more, right? Because
put that out there more.
Yes, plus. We always say plus when we manifest it, right? And it's really, again, not just to build businesses, but to just build lifestyles, life that you want to live, right? How do you see yourself? So it's not just a community building and a business building, but it's really life coaching on all levels. And I want to see that grow and expand to, like we said, 100 plus. And just go all over the globe with this message, especially the Empower to Inspire, because that's actually, let's just go back real quick. I started in community May of 2022. I started Ladies of Leadership November 2022. And then a whole year later from that first encounter that we had with everyone and just witnessing everybody's growth and empowering them and uplifting them and everyone supporting each other, right? To be able to do that in 1 year was absolutely mind-blowing, that I was able to host our first event for BALM Global, Ladies of Leadership, and showcase the power of that community when you take and leverage in a great way every connection and create the possibilities that people think that weren't even available to them. And that's what we do here.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And anybody interested and you're seeking wellness, you're seeking these things, look at the Gathering Haven. Find us on Facebook, right? The Gathering Haven connects those, and you will have direct access to Miss Nicky Cuesta. So now I had you on Unscripted a couple years ago, right? When I first started doing my podcast. And I asked you a question then that I ask all my guests. I'm going to ask you that question again to close us out, right? Because I think your answer may have changed from that time to now. And is today, what is your definition of success?
Whew, yeah, I don't remember what I said last time, but today's definition of success is doing everything you put your mind to, just making it happen, making those dreams reality. Life is purposeful. We're here for a reason. And if you get to check off those things and you're empowering and just pouring love into your communities, into society, into the world as a whole, that's success for me. And I'm going to keep doing it every single day.
Yes, girl. You like Nike, just do it.
That's it. It's really that
simple. That's simple. That's right. That's fantastic. Once again, Nicky, thank you so much for coming on here. Thank you again for saying yes to being at the Gathering Haven. And for my viewers, I will see you next time.